Programs like this are made possible with the support of listeners like you. So step into the ring, join our live chat, and share your voice and unique opinion. We hope you'll enjoy the Lance Warner Experience.
Good evening, Defiance faithful, and welcome to what I hope will be an insightful and stimulating edition of a very special Def Radio. Tonight, we will be doing things a little differently. Some of wrestling journalism's most hard-hitting and celebrated minds will dissect and deep dive into professional wrestling's most interesting, most controversial, and most talked about stories as Def Radio investigates. We have a bit of a panel in studio tonight as I'm being joined by broadcast colleague and all-around great guy, Chris Trutt. And we're also joined by radio personality, Scott Flash.
Scotty Flash. It's Scotty. You know my name.
Your microphone is not on, Scott.
Well, turn my mic on.
Good grief. Can I get through the introductions without your interruption?
Apparently not. Am I on now? Am I on? Thank you, Joe. Folks, we are live, Scotty Flash in studio, joined by Chris Trutt. Chris, how the hell are you? Who dressed you, by the way?
This is super awkward. Hi, everyone.
Scott, please, can we stay on track? I think we all understand our individual roles tonight, so I politely ask that you please allow me to fulfill my obligation as the host of this program.
Sure. I can do that. You're the host. Yep, this is your boat. Well, looking at the format for your program tonight, you're already dropping the ball there, Lance. No Tim Tillinghast? If we're doing an investigation, you're talking about journalism? That's a miss, buddy. I would have even had Ryan Scott on the show, put us to sleep with his dulcet tones and his even duller opinions. For God's sake, I don't know who some of the people are that you're having on the show tonight. Who the hell is Rich Lather?
Richard Lather is a fine luminary in the world of professional wrestling analysis and opinion, and you know what? I don't have to justify my editorial decisions. Can we get on with this show, please?
I'm super excited to be here, fellas. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about a wrestler who recently signed with Defiance, who already has a ton of buzz. They haven't debuted just yet, but this performer wants you to know all about them, and I can't wait to share what I've learned with everyone.
Oh my God, that sounds so boring. Okay. All right, Chris, that's great. I'm looking at this. You don't even have a main event guest. Is that accurate?
Scott, I just said that we are structuring tonight's show a little differently.
What's that noise on my microphone? What is that? What is this? It's never happened. It's never happened when I was the host, just saying. Listen to that.
It seems to be affecting just your microphone.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Lance. I wonder why that is. How convenient. Well, I'll tell you what. All right, no main event guest tonight. I'll see if I can line something up. I'll get a blockbuster guest. Let me pick up my phone here. I can get somebody to call in. So hold your horses, folks. If you're listening at home, Scotty Flash to the rescue. I got this.
Scott, this is no longer your production. I thought we had discussed you had an investigatory piece to share tonight.
Mm-hmm.
This is Def Radio Investigates, Scott.
Right.
Did you properly prepare?
I'm Scotty Flash. Wow, listen to how testy you are. Jesus, Lance, chill out. Yes, I have an investigation that I'll share with everyone tonight, and I think everyone's going to be very interested in it, including you. Maybe particularly you, Lance.
Well, I'm sure we are all eagerly anticipating that. Listeners, I apologize for this side chatter. Let's get to our first segment and check in with Rich Lather.
Faithful, welcome to the first ever episode of Virtually Speaking. I'm your host, Rich Lather. For this very first, very special episode today, I want to speak to you about a relationship that rubs me the wrong way. It's like getting a rash in the worst possible place. It's the most raunchy, disgusting, and absurd sham of a relationship taking place in Defiance right now. That's right. I'm talking about the love connection between Malik Garland and Siobhan Cassidy. Excuse me while I stick a pair of fingers down my throat and puke out the passenger side of my best friend's ride. Ugh. Yucky. These two slobber all over each other every chance they get, and it couldn't be more cringe. I, for one, am sick of witnessing this garbage on Def TV. Give me something different. This gives me a big wet noodle when I'm looking for a rock-hard juicer. Does Pat even know what his baby sister is doing on national television? Pfft. Probably not. I think the favored saints need to step in and straight up ban any public displays of affection. What does it have to do with wrestling? I don't want to see them oiled up. I want to see Malik actually get into the ring and earn his keep for crying out loud. That's it. That's my rant for today. Virtually Speaking is presented by Audible. Sign up and use the code LATHEREDUP for 5% off your first purchase. Thank you. And until next time, this is Rich Lather signing off.
Thanks, Rich. That was certainly different.
No, that was horrible. Like, what are you doing? What is this? What is this? Oh my gosh. Oh man, can we move on? That was embarrassing. Are you embarrassed?
Up next, a moment with Defiance's first family.
Hey Dad? Can we have a father-son chat?
Uriel, Dan. Call me Uriel. You know me, we've worked together for like a year and a half now. Titanis Familia is just a name. Call me Uriel.
Papa Tez?
Do you want me to hit you?
No sir. Where's Titanus?
She sent me in here to deal with you because, quote, I don't have time for your shit. So, that's where we're at. What do you need?
So I have this friend at work that's hanging out with the wrong crowd, and I don't know what to do.
You mean Declan Alexander, right?
Yeah, how do you know him?
Dan, me and Titanus were in the hallway when you accepted Tom Morrow's open challenge despite us telling you not to. Nath and I hit you with a book at ringside. We were there for the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that was a bummer. My head hurts. But anyway, I need your help with something, okay? I have a plan, and I need your help.
Oh God. Every fiber of my being's telling me to walk out of here right now, but you're a sweet boy, Dan, so what is your plan?
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? Okay, you walk up to Tom Morrow in the hallway. You hit him with one of the biggest chops that you can, like hard as you can.
Okay, I like where this is going so far.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak up behind Declan. I'm going to throw this giant burlap sack I made around him and drag him off to safety. And then once we're far, far away from Tom Morrow and Nathan and I, we're going to try and unbrainwash him from all that bad stuff Nathan and I has been telling him. We're going to help Declan and get through to him like a real family should.
So let me get this straight. Your plan is an attempted kidnapping.
Well, it sounds pretty awful when you put it like that. But yes?
Dan.
Yeah?
Touch grass.
Oh, we're gonna play catch outside?
Yeah, you're gonna catch these hands.
Ow!
Welcome back to Defiance Radio. I'm your host, Lance Warner.
Yeah, and apparently we are glorifying domestic violence now on this show. That's awesome, Lance. That's great.
Your segment is scheduled for later, Scott. Please remain quiet until it's your turn.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Let's check in with Chris Trutt. Hello, Chris.
Hi.
You got rave reviews on your Def Radio debut last month, and tonight you're back by popular demand as Defiance Radio investigates. Tell us what you're sharing tonight.
Well, I'm super excited to talk about a performer who hasn't debuted in Defiance just yet, but he's really keen on letting the world know everything about him. Tonight, I'm going to tell you all about Scott Hunter.
Who the hell is Scott Hunter?
Well, I'm going to tell you about him.
Oh, okay, so he's a guest. So you're going to have him on. Okay, fine.
Actually, no. I asked him if I could spend the day with him, record an interview, things like that. But he declined, noting that he was concerned the radio waves would make him infertile.
Oh, so he's an idiot. Okay, good.
Scott, please. Chris, go on.
Okay. So I spoke with Scott Hunter and asked him what he wanted the faithful to know about him. Here was his response. I'll read it word for word. In 2008, when he was in elementary school, he was the first and only child in the Tampa area to get athlete's foot 3 times, despite there being no lockers or sports of any kind. He once sang backup for Right Said Fred, learned how to wrestle by watching old reruns of Mama's Family, once got in a slap fight with a badger, once got in a fist fight with Lady Bird Johnson, bravely performed a one-man show in high school about the late Martin Luther King Jr., which received a stunned silence and accusations that it was wildly racist. Eats grapes when he is nervous, also saltine crackers, also Vienna sausages. If challenged, will use his hands and feet to dismantle your face, and then will call you names like Poopy Head or Dimple Nuts, but not Fart Nugget, because that is rude. Kicks pigeons when he's bored. Watches women's softball, unironically. gives food to poor children, as long as he isn't hungry or it is going bad. Hundreds of other things which would be cut for time because you are selfish. Likes to chastise radio hosts for being selfish.
Okay, all right. Is this over? Enough. What is this? What is this show? Lance, even you got to admit, this is going off the rails. Please, come on. Later on, I'm going to I have it confirmation. I'm going to save the show. I have a huge main event guest who's going to call in later on. And also, I have my investigation that's going to change this program forever, okay? Once again.
Scott, please, would you knock it off?
What, Lance?
Let's stay on track, please. Up next, I have a decidedly odd piece to share. Earlier today, I received a brown envelope in the mail. That envelope had no return address and contained a cassette tape. After searching high and low for the proper hardware, we have digitized its content and are prepared to share it with you all now. I admit, I don't entirely understand what this is, but in the interest of...
No, Lance, what do you mean you don't understand what this is? This isn't Def Radio Questions. This is Def Radio Investigates. Def Radio Gets Answers. I mean, Jesus Christ, even Chris Trutt's embarrassing segment told us something. What is this? All right, just play the goddamn tape. What is this?
Scott, please. Joseph, please play the recording.
Fall spännisena. Haisi huomajasakin. Nästurus vähävät noveadet on. Jilpsit fingers on. Sierpsimsit snidaf nachtboisnet on. Nors snidaf nachtblijfuine onnevi. Standausnet on. Nollifuine onneviitne. Överallt. Athegustibus nitsaittaju. On muismut. Ui viilavat jam jäädet. Viilabusduch. Viilabuifi. Novia.
Following spot has been paid for by the Bedford Town. I'm just kidding, Defiance. My name is Thomas Keeling, long time, first time for Def Radio. My son is a no-good oxygen thief, but we're not talking about him or Alvaro de Vargas right now. I bought this airtime because I am the new promoter. I am the hype man. I am the guy behind the guy that can jump to heights that nobody has ever seen, and the guy who will take Defiance to those heights. I'm talking about none other than the man of 1,000 flips, Mil Vueltas. He is the ruler of the ropes, the sultan of the shooting star, the prince of the plancha, the duke of the dive. There is no jump he can't make, there is no leap he can't take. I'm just the co-pilot. Let's hear from the captain himself. Si amigos, minute no longer, mi amo Mil Vueltas. You think the things I did in that ring were crazy before? I say now, to math, to physics, to gravity, I say, little putas. I do what I want in the air. And at Def TV 187, I'm putting out an open challenge to anybody to face me. I will see you next week in that ring. As for where you'll see me, amigos, I'll give you one warning. Just look up.
Back again, friends. It's Lance Warner with you.
And it's more importantly, it's Scotty Flash with you live in studio. And
Oh, hey, I'm Chris Trutt.
Gentlemen, please, I implore you, let's move on with the show.
Okay.
Up next, an unconventional message from perhaps the most unconventional performer that Defiance Wrestling has ever seen.
And now, a very special message from Count Novik. Roses are red, and so is blood. Count Novik is evil, and also a stud. Lindsay Troy, you will be mine. Lindsay Troy, our fates entwine. One by one, I will vanquish your horde. They will be body slammed. Queen of the ring no more. Now, Queen of the damned. Gary Koriyama, your fate is sealed. Ah ha ha.
Wow. Let me tell you, Count Novik is a braver man than I. That is a bridge that I would not cross, my friend. That's just me. That's just sound advice from a guy who knows.
The idea of Lindsay Troy as a sexual partner scares me more than just about anything.
Oh, Chris, come on.
No, let the kid talk. Come on, that was interesting. Chris, tell us more about your thoughts there.
I'm just incredibly delicate and...
Damn it, Scott. Stop encouraging him. Knock it off, would you?
Yeah, I guess we would hate for this show to suddenly become interesting, right?
Joseph, would you cut this music, please?
I have urges too, you know.
Oh my God. This is great.
Back to our program, please. Up next, we hear from one of the most curious and adventurous listeners Def Radio has produced when young Chris Chicken Tenders digs deep into Def's most mysterious mysteries.
Good evening, fellow dudes and lovely chicks of Defiance. It's me, your favorite private investigator, Chris Chicken Tenders. This is a little spot I like to call the Cool Case Files. It's a collection of the top mysteries rocking Defiance right now. Mysteries that I, Chris Chicken Tenders, will one day get to the bottom of. But in no particular order, let's begin. Number 1. Thomas Keeling Sr.? Well, who's Thomas Keeling Jr. in that case? It seems weird that they would call him Senior if he didn't already have a son with the same name. But I can't find anyone in Defiance named Thomas Keeling Jr. Can you? Number 2. Scrow's theme music. How did all of those fans learn to start singing along to it? I never heard that song before. It was really weird to me. Anyway. Number 3. This one's for the Titans. Whatever happened to Minute? Did the Minute elapse? I have not seen him on TV for a long while, and it's kind of weirding me out. Like, did they do something? Did they replace him with that Dave Lenny James guy? I don't know. On a completely unrelated note, number 4. Who's this Milo Vuertes guy, and where did he just come from all of a sudden? I think he might be somebody under the mask, but why does he wear a mask? Why does he feel the need to conceal his identity? Alright, number 5, the big one. As we all know, there is now an alliance featuring Gage Blackwood, Bronson Box, and Jack Harmon. 3 of the biggest names ever in Defiance. So my question is Jack Harmon secretly Irish like the other 2? You know, like, it could be like an Irish trifecta or so. You know how the Irish talk, like Bronson Box and Gage could have walked up to him and been like, "Oi, g'day mate, yeah man, what's this about, we're gonna start a gang, yo." And then Harmon was like, "Oh yeah, I'm Irish. I'm totally gone. I'm down with that. Yeah." Anyway, Those are 5 of the top head scratchers happening in Defiance right now. Can you solve this groovy mystery, Defiance, or will I? Once again, this was Cool Chris Chicken Tenders.
Chris Chicken Tenders, asking the questions that literally no one else would ever, under absolutely any circumstances, ask. I suppose he's providing a valuable service. I suppose.
I don't know. I thought some of those questions were really dumb.
You know what, kid? I like you. You're all right.
Let's move on. Up next,
No,
we hear from...
Hold on a second. Up next, I got this all lined up. We got to do this now. Joseph, you're lined up. You're good. All right. Up next, we are going to go to our main event guest. This is huge. I'm very excited about this.
Wait, right now?
Yes, Lance. We're doing this right now. Let's go to the phone to one of the most talked about men in the business right now. Listen, I mean, everybody's talking about this guy. Arguably the most controversial figure in the sport today. None other than Justin Sane.
Henry Keys. You've said the name Justin Sane. You best keep my name out your motherfucking mouth.
Hey!
I have won world championships all around the world. I'm such a fucking badass. I have 3 eye patches, and you'll never guess where they all are.
Can we bleep him?
Oh, wow. I am done with the sickness. Are you, Henry? Because next week, Def TV, I'm coming for the Southern Heritage Championship. I'm gonna have sex on that title with 10 different models at one time in my big motherfucking mansion, and there ain't a damn thing anything you or fake victors can fucking do about it, except nothing and like it, motherfucker.
Oh, come on.
Risen isn't punk rock. I am. In fact, now fuck that, I'm so punk rock. I'm new metal. I do this for Limp Bizkit, Korn, Stain, who were all icons in the mid-90s to 2000s like me. And just like Limp Bizkit, I'll be rolling over your corpse. Rolling, oh, wow.
Wow. Thank you so much, Justin Sane, for calling in. I hope that Henry Keys was listening. That is going to be a match for the ages. Oh, we've never had Justin Sane on the show. That's a coup. I made that happen, Scotty Flash. All right.
Oh, goodness.
This is still my show.
No, it is actually not. Don't go anywhere, listeners, because up next we will hear from none other than Oscar Burns.
Hey, and don't forget, I've got my special report coming up that you do not want to miss. It's going to be incredibly hard-hitting for some of us in this room.
I haven't the foggiest to what you might be referring, and truthfully, I don't care. Don't go anywhere, friends. We still have a lot of show ahead.
Whoa, bros, okay. Oh, check it. Hey. The red light's on, so, yo, I am the Smash Surfer Theodore Kane. Yo, it's Wingman Titus Campbell, and I'm Crescent City Kid. We are the Gulf Coast Connection, and you're totally listening to Def Radio, bros.
Did you know that EWTs.com is the only home of Defiance Wrestling merchandise? Actual, factual Defiance merchandise? It's true! EWTs.com is your #1 source for e-wrestling t-shirts and more. Design a shirt for your favorite character, tag team, or stable, and sell them shits online for actual, factual money. Don't believe me? Let's ask this random woman on the street. Hey, what do you think about EWTs.com?
What are you doing? I don't want to do this.
I just wanted to talk to you about all the benefits of using EWTs.com.
Seriously? I'm busy. I don't have time for this right now.
But ordering from EWTs takes no time at all. Honey, work with me here. EWTs, come on.
I don't even know what this is. What is an EWT?
Well, you can also find them at efedtees.com.
Or is it OO? Is it OO tees? This is dumb.
It's not dumb. It's an amazing idea. An idea you can be a part of at home.
You are dumb.
You know, design shirts for your favorite character or tag team, or buy the shirt of your favorite characters.
What do you mean characters? Are you a child?
Only at EWTs.com. Just check it out, please.
Please close the door behind you when you leave.
Thanks for the help, babe. For more info, go to EWTs.com. Scotty Flash live in studio here at the WrestlePlex, and it's great to be...
Excuse me, can I have my show back, please?
What?
You have been nothing short of a nuisance nonstop for the last 25 minutes, and I have had it.
Oh yeah, is that right? Yeah?
I'm only going to ask you one more time.
Really?
Compose yourself like a professional for once, and let me manage this program.
Oh man, or what? Or what, Lance?
I will not ask you again. Do we have an understanding?
Yeah, the only thing I understand is this program's been a shit show. I mean, what are we going to go? We're going to go 30 minutes? I thought this was an hour-long show. What is this? What is this? What are we doing? Oh, my God.
Come on, fellas. Everybody calm down. Tonight has been awesome. Let's not spoil it now.
All right. Chris, you're right. Well, let me ask you, Lance, can I do my segment now? Can I have my turn?
Check the format in front of you, Scott. No, up next we hear from Oscar Burns. Let's go to that if we can, Joseph.
I'm Oscar Burns, and unlike most of the people you ponces look up to, everything about me is real. I'll tell it like it is now, and it felt bloody good to tell the lot of you assholes right off and tell you how I really feel. I got a lot of questions this week. Why did I walk away from Corvo Alpha? Why did I walk away from one of the most unhinged, untamed, unleashed men in this company? Because he isn't worth me bloody time. You heard me. Corvo's a lost puppy dog, running around without a master, and I am done entertaining every last freak show in this company. I spent far too long indulging the whims of that skint little addict resin, and I won't be doing more of the same with Corvo just because he's pecking a sad over daddy leaving him high and dry. But you know who is worth my time? My opponent for next week's Def TV. You might know him, multiple-time world champion like me, a former FWO legend and very talented man, the Flying Frenchie. That's a big match. That's a marquee match. That is a match worthy of my time. Frenchie, unlike Corvo, I respect you to an extent. What you've done and how long you've been doing it, I can respect that, GC. But now you're walking into my company thinking that you're just going to challenge the best of the best and win? A man that's cheered for being a career cheater, no less. That part I have no respect for. I told everyone 2 weeks ago, now that I've seen the true colors of the people that have the audacity to call themselves the faithful to my defiance. I'm going to take every one of your favorites and take them all apart, piece by piece by piece, and break every one of your new toys. And I'm gonna start with you, Frenchie. Nothing personal. This is just a lesson that everybody needs to learn sooner rather than later. I'd say may the best man win, Flying Frenchie. But I'm not just the best man. I am Defiance. And you'll find out why next week.
It's Lance Warner here with you. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. It's certainly been a different kind of experience,
Hold on. Lance, what about my segment? What about my investigation?
Well, if you went to the trouble of producing this piece, then, despite our earlier argument, I suppose we will listen to what you've put together.
All right.
What do you have for us?
All right, thank you. All right, so without further ado, I'm very excited about this. This has been something I've been looking into for months, okay? I've been trying to get to the bottom of this, and I think I have an answer. So tonight, we're going to find out just how the hell Lance Warner got this job.
What the bloody hell?
No, that's right.
Nonsense!
No, relax, okay? The truth is going to come out. We're all going to find out right now. Joe, play the segment, please.
Oh, goodness.
Scotty Flash reporting. For over 2 years, the voice you trust the most brought you inside and behind the scenes of Defiance Wrestling, offering you rare glimpses behind the curtain that you never thought you'd experience. Well, it was in January of this year when I was snatched away from you without warning and with little fanfare. Politics had done me in. But I fought. I fought like hell for you. I fought and I'm back. But things just aren't right, are they? Somehow, Defiance Brass saw fit to replace me with the most wooden, robotic announcer imaginable, Lance Warner. But how did this happen? And why Lance Warner? I aimed to find out. My search first brought me to Defiance headquarters. All right, this is interesting. I'm outside the WrestlePlex here on the street. Excuse me. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm out here and not inside. Well, I requested a meeting with Defiance representatives, and they refused to meet with me on this topic. They're stonewalling me, and if you ask me, it's part of the conspiracy. They don't want to tell me how Lance Warner got this position. So, but I'm waiting outside, and I'm gonna wait for management out here. I'm just gonna wait for them. I can do this all day. I can do this all day. Absolutely. But I couldn't do it all day. They never showed up, so instead I took to the telephone. All right, here we go.
Defiance Wrestling?
Yes, this is Scotty Flash. I'd like to speak with Defiance Management, please. Any of the favored Saints is fine.
I'm sorry, Mr. Flash. All the favorite Saints are in a meeting right now. Can I take a message?
No, not going to leave a message. Maybe you know. Miss, do you have any idea how Lance Warner got his job hosting Defiance Radio? Any idea?
Mr. Flash, I'm a receptionist. I can't answer that question. Thank you.
And so the stonewalling continued. I couldn't contact anybody with the favored Saints, so I decided to take a different tact, and I reached out to Lance Warner's family. All right, let's see how this goes. Hello. This is Scotty Flash. I'm looking for Mrs. Warner.
Yes, you have her in all of her splendor.
Wonderful. Well, Mrs. Warner, this is Scotty Flash. Maybe you've heard of me.
Yes, I'm quite familiar with your work. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I'm calling about your husband. Looking for some insight on exactly. Tell me. I'm really looking for some dirt on your husband. Is really what this is about. What can you tell me? What could you share?
Oh, he has an incredibly small penis. What else can I say?
Okay.
He battles hemorrhoids.
Oh.
Which is why he looks like he's so tall when he's sitting down. It's actually his hemorrhoid donut.
Oh.
What else can I tell you?
Anything.
He is really lackluster in the sack.
Okay.
He really...
That's enough! You son of a bitch, that's not my wife!
Easy, calm down, killer. What happened to my segment? Joe, what happened?
Don't you dare finish that segment, Joseph! Damn you to hell, Flash! Who do you think you are?
Everybody relax.
Yeah.
It was just a joke, Lance. I think.
I don't think that was a joke. That's his wife, and she sounds really sexy.
One more word! Say one more word about my wife and I will sock you, goddammit.
Oh, really? You're gonna punch me, huh? You got something to say to me?
Calm down, guys. Lance, sit down.
You son of a bitch!
Yeah, sit down, Lance. Sit down.
Why don't you make me sit down, asshole?
Calm down, guys.
Want me to make you? You know what your wife says?
That's it.
She said,
Whoa! Lance, stop!
Take that!
Get off of it! What are you doing?
Fuck this guy.
You motherfucker! That's it. I'm gonna sue you. Man, I'm bleeding. You mother! I'm gonna sue the.
Do it!
He attacked me. He attacked me.
I
You
sure
all
did.
saw it.
And I'll do
You
it
all
again,
saw it.
lowlife.
You son of a bitch! How dare you? How dare you?
That's right,
How dare
scumbag.
you?
There's more of that waiting for you. I'll see you outside, bitch.
Goodness gracious, Lance. I can't believe you did that.
He had it coming, Chris. He was begging for it, and I gave it to him.
All right, well, take a breath and try and calm down. Since you're over there, take control of the board, would you? Let's get off the air.
Fine. Take us out, Chris.
Well, this has been a show I'll certainly never forget. There's blood on my corduroys, and I think I might have peed a little bit during that scuffle. I'd like to thank everyone who took part in tonight's broadcast, and I urge you to tune in next time, whenever that is. For Lance Warner and even for Scotty Flash, this is Chris Trutt saying good night